Hey friends, I wanted to pop on to talk to you guys a little bit about thermals today because we have so many different kinds and I just wanted to be able to show them to you. So let's first talk about our Cool Clip thermal. Okay, so this is super cool and it's super small, and windows will go from smallest to largest. Sound good? Okay, so our Cool Clip thermal is this little guy right here. And you might think to yourself like, oh, that's just so small. I wonder what that could even do. I'm gonna show you. So first of all, it's super cool because it clips. It has this pocket here. So I mean, how many times are you just like running out the door with your kids and you need a few applesauce pouches and maybe a cup of milk to go or a juice box to go? You don't need a whole lunch box, but you might wanna just plop this in your purse. The inside is not only our leak lock lining, which means you can put loose ice in here and it won't leak, won't get all over your bag, but it's also washable. So you can put this in your dishwasher. Cool, right? Super cool. But that's not all. As I told you guys clip this to your bag, you can put it in your diaper bag, you can put it in your purse, but also this will hold an entire bag of boxed wine. So if you take the bag out of the box, you can put it in here with a little thin thermal on each side. You can put the spout through the little clip. And then while you're at the beach, tailgating, at a concert, whatever all summer, that can sit there and you have some cold wine or some wine coolers or whatever. How cool, right? This thing is $15, okay? So super cool. I have seen these personalized many different times, either with fun phrases for like new moms. I've seen them personalized with like wine or like different like margarita things, different sayings like that. I've also seen them given as bridesmaids gifts because I don't know if any of you guys have had makeup like melt in your car. I leave my makeup in my car and that has happened to me. This is great because it will prevent your makeup from melting. It's very easy to clean out and it's just kind of like a cool little bag you can carry in, okay? And so I've even seen them as bridesmaids gifts personalized. So very durable, 15 bucks, a lot of bang for your buck right there, okay? Cool Clip thermal. So the next thermal I'm gonna show you guys is our regular thermal tip. So if you are just somebody who needs just something small enough to put in your refrigerator at work, and you might just need to bring a couple sandwiches or a bottle of water or whatever for the day, this is a good bag for you because it's not too big, it's not too bulky. You can still fit this inside of another bag if you're like you only want to carry one bag into work type of person. So I'll show you the base of this bag. So you'll see this can hold like I said, like some sandwiches, a couple bottles. It is tall, it's not too short, okay? And then that's the inside, okay? It zips shut. It does have a pretty big pocket on the front, so if you want to put like napkins or silverware or whatever, and it has like a little handle, okay? Also can be personalized, so you know no one is stealing your lunch. I've even seen people put on here, nacho lunch. Get it? Funny, right? So that's our thermal tip, $18. Okay, if you need a new lunchbox for work or you know a friend that needs a new lunchbox for work, $18, guys, okay? So I want to show you guys the next size up in thermals and what I think is the best lunchbox. It's my personal lunchbox. It all kind of depends on what you need it for, but this is our around the clock thermal. So as you can see, it's just kind of like square, okay? But I'll show you the base of this one in comparison to the base of the thermal tip. Okay. So you can see side by side, right? It's kind of like about half, well, I'm not sure what's happening to it right now. It's kind of about half the width. It might be a little bit more than that. And that's the reason why I like this one so much, is because I'm not like a huge sandwich girl. Like I don't bring sandwiches for breakfast and lunch when I go to work. I usually bring like leftovers in containers and I don't like putting them sideways. So when I use a thermal tote, I kind of have to tuck them in there sideways and then I get afraid that something's gonna leak. So I like the around the clock because everything sits flat. It's around the same height, you know, they're pretty close in height, but yeah, I like that. I also like that it has a zipper pocket in the front, okay? And then inside the cover of this is like a mesh pocket. So you could put like your napkins, you know, or your silverware or whatever, some ketchup packets in there. The inside of the around the clock is also leak lock lining. So if you, once again, if you put loose ice in there, it's not gonna leak through. Okay, so that's our around the clock thermal. I also like that the around the clock thermal, it still has these straps, right, that you can carry if that's how you want to carry it. But one thing that the thermal tote does not have that this has is a shoulder strap. So you know, I'm always carrying like a to-go cup of coffee, my phone, my keys in the morning. So for me, I need a lunchbox that I don't need to carry in my hands. So this is definitely where it's at for me. This is my favorite one. But you know what? For some people, that is not enough room. And I'll tell you, my husband loves to have a little bit more space in his lunchbox, especially because he'll make like smoothies and stuff, and he likes to put bottles in there. Among other things, like he'll carry his lunchbox like with a lot of stuff in there. So he likes to have a little bit of a roomier lunchbox, and he uses the Picnic thermal for his. Okay, that's this. I'll tell you that my sister has the same exact bag, and she packs her kids breakfast and lunch in there for daycare, and it works really great. It also has a very deep pocket in the front. But aside for just like daily use to, you know, for your lunch or to the daycare, this bag can fit 6 bottles of wine, okay? So if you are going to a barbecue or a tailgate or wherever, you know, and you're like, oh man, I want to bring that wine, but how am I going to keep it all cold? This is the bag that you need. You could fit 6 bottles in here. And once again, this bag also has leak lock lining. You could put 6 bottles in here with some loose ice. The wine will stay cold and the floor of your car will stay dry because it will not leak through. Okay? That's your Picnic thermal right there. All right. So, something new that we have this year is our Sand and Shore thermal tote. This is brand new, and it's kind of like if you are somebody who has a lot going on, right? You're going to the pool, you're going to the beach, you might have kids with you, and you know, you're like, oh gosh, I gotta grab the thermal bag, and then I gotta grab the mesh bag. This is kind of like, no, you don't. You got one-stop shopping right here. So you have this huge thermal section, right? Leak lock lining, like we've been talking about. And that zips shut. So that's enough room for you to pack drinks and bottled water and sandwiches for your family, for the beach for the day, all inside there, and that will all stay cold. And then the snap on the inside is this huge mesh pocket. So that's where you can put your sand toys, or your magazines, or your flip-flops, or your goggles, your sunscreen, and all that. And then now you just have one bag to worry about. Everything is all together. And when you leave the beach, especially if you're somebody, I mean, when you have kids, you guys know, I mean, you're carrying like sometimes a whole child, their towels, their stuff, they're crying about the sand being hot, you got the umbrella. So it's like, if you can consolidate your stuff and only have one bag, that's a super win, right? So, and plus it's so cute. You see that starfish? Super cute. So Sand and Shore thermal. And last but not least that I'm gonna show you guys today is our Market thermal. And I will tell you guys, I talked to you guys the other day about large utility totes because it's my favorite. And in my car, I always have a large utility tote and a Market thermal. I keep them in the back of my car because you never know when you're gonna stop at the grocery store, or even when you might go to a restaurant and have leftovers. It can't ever hurt to just have a thermal with you. And I will show you, this bad boy folds almost flat. Look how thin that is when it folds down. So it really doesn't take up much space in your car or in your trunk. You can fit it, you know, like that in between a couple seats. You can fit it just like flat. I love that. But then when you open it up, I'll show you, it opens up so big and it fits so much stuff. So check that out. Okay, it's a big thermal. So it zips all the way across, again, leak lock lining. And you know, you can fit a lot. You can fit 2 boxes of beer in here. I don't know how much wine and other stuff you can fit in here. You can fit certainly a lot. But it's great if you want to put, like, if you're going out with your friends and you're going to a tailgate or to the beach and you just want to fit some loose beers in here, you want to open it up and that's the cooler, you just can plop those bags of ice in here and it won't leak through. Your car will stay dry, but your drinks will stay cold. And there you go. This also can fit a crock pot. Okay, so if you have a crock pot that you're taking to a party, like a potluck dinner or something, and you don't want to have to carry it with the handles and watch the lid falling off and take a chance on that stuff spilling in your car, take that crock pot, put a towel around it, put it in this bag, and it'll keep it warmer. Be easier to carry. You can carry it with a shoulder strap, and it'll get there, and you won't have a mess all over your car. So that is our Market Thermal. We do have a couple of other various size thermals, but that covers most of them. And if you have any questions, let me know, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.